All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back for a super serious and not so obvious version 5.5 drip marketing video part 2 electric boogaloo, because HoYoverse is somehow doing what HSR is doing and they decided to change up the script. Granted, I'm glad that they're doing this in the morning and not like during version 5.3's drip marketing where they had Mavwika, Sitlali, and Lanyons all come out at midnight, one day after another day after another day. That was terrible for my sleep schedule. So I still prefer and wish that they had all of them clumped together and released one day. I'm speaking as a content creator primarily because like it just makes it easier for me to do all of this in one video and we don't have to split up the 5 stars to the 4 stars at this point. You know, the first video did really well. A lot of people enjoyed my thoughts and just overall the video take on Varessa's character drip marketing reveal. And I'm assuming this one is going to be Iansan. I talked about it a lot yesterday because I thought we were getting Iansan after Varessa, but it seems like I think they're splitting up the 4 stars with the 5 stars. I don't know if they're going to do one day per character or if they're going to do one day for 5 stars and one day for 4 stars because we only got 2 units this time around. So I guess we're gonna have to wait, potentially see whenever there's a patch where it's probably gonna be like a 6.0 7.0 where we get 3 characters, like 2 5 stars, 1 4 star, like they did for Mavwika, Sitlali, and Lanyon patch. Obviously we're gonna be getting into Iansan now. I'm pulling for her. We talked about this yesterday. I'm pulling for her. Whether she's a 5 star, I am assuming now that we got Varessa, she is gonna be the 4 star counterpart, but she is the character that introduced us to like the earliest crumbs of Natlan from her Travail teaser presentation, and so I'm very excited to just see her, to get a little bit more of her lore. I am going to be pulling for her this patch. Let me know if any of you guys, a lot of people really liked Varessa's design in the last video. A lot of people expressed similarly to me. I talked about it more on Twitter, but I hate this new drip marketing approach where it's 1 character per day. I prefer, as a content creator, as someone who I'm like one of the only content creators who kind of makes drip marketing content as like a reaction thing because the editors get it ready for me, so I stay off socials and I don't look at leaks and I don't get spoiled on anything. So like this is a very unique form of content that I do in the Genshin space, and so obviously this pertains to me more than people who are just looking at it when it comes out on social media. Yeah, it makes my job a little bit more daunting because I have to focus another day on recording. Obviously Anthony puts these together, and so obviously it takes time out of his mornings that he decides to stay up until the drip comes out. He puts the videos together, he gets it to me so that way I can sit and do these videos. So it's just a little bit of an inconvenience from our perspective, but obviously HoYoverse is going to do what they want to do, what they feel is best for their marketing, and so it is what it is. But overall, very excited for Iansan. Let me know what you guys think about the video, my thoughts, my speculations, her lore, everything else in between. Are you guys pulling for Iansan? Are you guys skipping her if she's a 4 star because you can't really risk the guarantee? Are any of you guys getting Varessa? I hope they put both of them on the same banner together because we'll probably get, I don't know what character they're going to do for the second half if these 2 are on the banner together, but we'll have to wait and see. But with all that said, guys, we're getting into version 5.5 drip marketing part 2 electric boogaloo. Let us begin. Oh, and finally we haven't I wish this was actually updated yesterday. Ah, yes, my gal, Iansan. Oh, she looks so sick. I love Iansan's drip so much. I love the color scheme. I love her sneakers more than anything. Like, seeing her in Mavwika's office during Act 2, like, I took a picture of her and I was like, she actually has a really cool getup. I love the purple and, like, yellow-orange color scheme she's got going on. I love her hair, and I'm just really happy that she's finally out. She's finally going to be playable. Iansan, tempered in molten stone. Gold standard trainer from Titiocan. I think that's the Natlanese word for their tribe. Nice, nice, nice. So we obviously know that she is fitness trainer, a fitness instructor, and someone who kind of trains up pilgrimage champions. And it seems like now it's going to be a little bit different because they're not going to be fighting for their lives anymore. But I'm assuming now that the pilgrimage has been repurposed for just the sport of good sport, not to fight in a war with the Abyss, I'm assuming Iansan might just be, her business might be booming now because more people are probably going to want to participate knowing that they're not going to die in the process. So really cool overall, really nice little chibi art style from everybody in the Discord. And with all that said, gamers, let us see what Iansan has to offer here. Oh, and this is cool. So yesterday there was a quote by Iansan about Varessa, and now we have a quote from Varessa about Iansan. So I assume that they're just really good friends in the tribe. All right, let us see. Coach Iansan is my idol, the greatest fitness coach in all of Natlan. Everyone tells me I'm naturally talented, but without her guidance, I'd probably have wasted my talents on eating. Don't worry worry if you're new to exercising. She knows how to tailor her training to her students' needs. Oh, would you look at me yabbering away? How about I give you a flyer? Coach just so happens to be recruiting trainees from Varesa. First off, I'm the king of yapping in this Genshin space, okay? I love yapping. I love talking about lore. I love just talking in general. It's literally it's my job to talk. So I already love her already. And yeah, this last line that Coach just so happens to be recruiting trainees, I really do feel like Aether and Paimon are going to go through some kind of training montage with Iansan during the Tribal Chronicle. I feel like it would be a missed opportunity. And if not during the Tribal Chronicle, at some point during Natlan, whether we go to Natlan for an event and Iansan is there or something, I just think it would be super cool. Like, we had the one illustration where we're hanging out in the hot springs with Mualani. Like, I can picture it now, like Aether, like with his hair tied, he's sweating, he's got like training gear on, or he's got like training clothes on instead of like his normal outfit, and he's just like bumping iron or something. He's like lifting weights, or he's doing squats or something, or he's running like a 10K or something. I have no idea. And Paimon's just trying her best while, you know, while she's with Aether at the time. I can already picture it in my mind's eye. I feel like that's completely possible to happen, and I hope it does. All right, so let us see. We have Iansan, tempered in molten stone, gold standard trainer from Titiokan with the Electro Vision. So this is the quick little blurb, and now we have oh wow, we have a lot. We have another click to read more excerpt here. So let's learn a little bit more about Iansan. Do you dream of pushing beyond your limits? Holy shit, she's literally Goku. Do you dream of pushing beyond your limits? Do you aspire to unfettered power? Why not take a trip to the Collective of Plenty to attend the Pilgrimage Victor's Academy? Under the skilled tutelage of the world-renowned coach, we can help you break free from your weak, feeble self. Yo, Paimon's about to level up for real. She was trying to help her out back then. Many visitors making their first trips to Natlan will receive such flyers, and the fitness pedigree of the Collective of Plenty is well known. As such, more than a few curious souls have signed up to unleash their inner strength. However, when they first lay their eyes on this world-renowned coach, it is uncommon to aspire athletic acolytes to feel cheated and ask for their money back. Such situations fill Iansan with a sense of hopeless exasperation. After all, even she has to admit that it's hard to draw connections between her childlike physique and notions of strength and power, given the fact that her ancient name means power. I think that's very interesting. For many, it's difficult to imagine how someone so diminutive could guide them to break free from their weak and feeble selves. All right, we have some more stuff here. Nice. Thank you, Anthony, for putting all this together. I appreciate the hell out of you. Whenever this happens, Iansan invites prospective students to name a fitness activity of their choice, challenging them to compete against her. Still smarting from being cheated, it's rare that anyone refuses this opportunity to take their anger out on some fitness equipment. Then, once her erstwhile inductees have exhausted themselves trying to outdo her, Iansan picks up their discarded weights and racks up a dozen or so sets by herself. How is that even possible? Elemental powers? A blessing from the heavens? No. My strength comes from a well-scheduled workout routine, controlled caloric intake, and precise supplemental nutrition. Even after experiencing defeat in this way, many trainees still harbor doubts over Coach Iansan's words, but most of them still sign up for her academy all the same. Yeah, I love her. I love her so much. She is probably... I really hope that she's voiced. Like, I really feel like Iansan as a character has felt so hollow compared to her actual placement within like all of the other characters throughout. Obviously, I know the voice actor strike had a big impact on that, and that has nothing to do with the game development or the game cycling or the voice lines or anything. She was basically supposed to be the main like connected tissue of the Arc Conquest interlude. She was in the early acts of Natlan, and she was in the following acts, but I don't know, it just and you know, no offense to her as well, but she is a 4-star, so much like Kachina, she isn't going to have as much of a placement in the grand story as like Mualani. I mean, Kinich, I feel, was pretty much relegated to his story quest. I feel like he didn't have as much of a presence as like Sitlali, Jalonin, Mavwika, and even Mualani, who kind of basically had all of the second half of Act 1 to herself. Yeah, I just like, I know it's still gonna take time. I know as of right now, the Inazuma event. See, here's the thing too that I'm kind of curious about. It seems like, given this entire like voice actor strike that's going on right now, they seem to be at the very least making sure that the permanent content of the game is voiced to an extent, and anyone that's coming in to issue a new voice for characters is basically saying, or is basically like they're kind of good, right? Like Mizuki's voice actor is voicing, and her story quest is fully voiced. But then it's when you get to the limited content that it's limited voicing or no voices at all. I feel like moving forward from here, we're definitely I'm just gonna have to hope that by 5.5 things are coming together a little bit more. At this point, things are already done, and I can only hope that these characters are properly voiced and managed, because I don't know, it's permanent content. You only get to do it once. It leaves a lasting impact and impression on me because I read everything out loud. I'm gonna have to play in a different voice, or I'm gonna have to play English, or maybe even Iansan won't be voiced. I have no idea how they're planning on doing the tribal quest, but I just hope that she's voiced. I really am excited to see her and see how she plays. I'm really hyped for this 5.5 special program, because this is all but confirmation now that we're getting the Collective of Plenty tribe, we're getting the volcano area, and like some more exploration, more like world quest lore with our Tapetlasaur companion and everything else in between. So overall, I'm just very excited that she's finally here. It took an extra day, but we got there. Let me know what you guys are thinking about Iansan as a character. Are any of you guys going to try to snipe her or try to pull for her on the Varessa banner? I'm assuming she's going to be on Varessa's banner, but are any of you guys planning on going for Iansan during 5.5? Are you guys going to skip her? Are you guys going for Varessa? Are you guys skipping there? I'm basically going for Iansan, and then I'm going to basically wait until Skirk gets revealed, probably during or maybe before or after Nodcry, if she is going to be posted up before like the end of before the end of the 5.x series. But yeah, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and yeah, I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care.